Venus and Taurus, right? Venus and Taurus people. This is a great placement for Venus. So you like, the finer things in life. You can wait on some things too, but certain things, are, you like comfort. This is another thing that these people like. They like comfort. You know, things, are great to have, right? So when people don't give you things, it's kind of like, where's the love? You know, where's the, love for, who I am as a person. I'm not a person that, goes out of my way to harm anybody else. I don't, start shit with people. I ain't doing that. I'm just, relaxing, living life. And anytime I'm in an area, people even come to you, because they're attracted to your energy. Because this is Venus and Taurus, right? So you're an attractive person as well. You might look good or beautiful, or there's something just about you. If you ain't a physically good looking person, there's something about you that's just attractive. It's probably the relaxed nature about you. You don't need to, like I said, you don't need to be all about that, in everybody's business, or running around so much. You like to, do things too, but you don't have to be loud about it or anything like that. And people love you for that. Sometimes, this person, I understand that people have this and that and this and that, so it takes them a while to, obtain things. But they also know that it's in time. In time things will happen for them. Whatever they want, what their heart desires or needs, it'll happen for them. They'll get the things they want, the goals they want to, achieve in this life, people they want to attract, it just, being patient too. This is another thing that this person has, a lot of patience. That makes you a strong individual too. Like, don't let anybody tell you you're not strong, because you are strong. You wait for things, and waiting for things is good. But you also know this too. Wasting time is not a thing. What is and some people have stuff already, right? You're gonna be like, if somebody's like trying to like get with you, or be around you, you're gonna ask questions. You're gonna be like, why are they there? You take things slow for, to see, how people are. And if people, don't respect you, or, be right by you, you'll get away from them. Keep yourself all right. Love yourself. You can't be doing all that stuff, you'll just disassociate with those people. And you know how to do that, make yourself, take care of yourself. People will also say that you're like, oh, this or that. No, you don't like me because of this. Maybe you don't like those people. And those people got to just calm down, and know that there's other people out there. And then people, you're trying to attract, they'll come around, but, or maybe they won't come around, but, something that's similar will come around, and you'll be all right. Patience, strength, this person's heart is like that, and these people typically, live for a while, because they don't take shit from people. They don't. They obtain things because they are, typically, good people, good individuals. Um, they ain't out there trying to, do this or that. Start shit with other people, in a, disruptive way. You know, there's some people who might, seem that way even, and have this Venus placement, right? Maybe there's a fire sign that has a Venus and Taurus. Even that person though is gonna like back off if like they know that it could affect them in the long run. They'll be like, you know what? I don't need to push this person or this situation. I'll go do something else because like I know that I'm not doing what my heart wants me to do. This isn't right. I'll like let off and shit and just I'll do something else. You know, because this is a placement that anybody can have. Um, and, that's Venus and Taurus. It's slow. Um, how it's supposed to be. These people are relaxed. These people like natural things. They like to just sit there, be central. These people ain't so quick to get shit you know going. Even in like sexual matters, but they still do stuff. It's just more subtle and not so apparent. But it's there. It's like real. You can see it with your eyes. This person's not gonna do shit to me, or they could, but you gotta approach these people. Right? These people are attractive if they know about themselves. But that's Venus and Taurus for you. Um, but you guys stay strong and be cool on the corner as well. Take care of your heart. But I didn't need to tell you that. You're already doing that.